Lightning in Paradise. Lightning McQueen was used to life in the fast lane. After traveling to different cities for race after race, he knew how to handle the press and the fans, and his driving skills were better than ever. He also knew how to have fun. I could get used to this, Lightning told Sally. They had just arrived in Santa Carbarera for Lightning's latest event. His biggest rival, Chick Hicks, had challenged him to a race in paradise. Sally looked around at the swaying palm trees, the sandy beaches, and all the tour cars crowding the pier. Me too, she said. Let's go check out some of the hot spots, Lightning said. We can relax for a while. Don't you want to check out the course before Chick shows up? Sally asked. She wanted Lightning to keep his focus. There would be plenty of time to take in the sights after he won the race. Lightning flashed his brightest smile. Come on, Sally, he said. I know Chick's moves. I could outrace him in my sleep. Let's go have some fun. Sally was about to give in. She was eager to go for a drive, but just then she saw Chick Hicks coming down the road. A shiny pink car drove beside him. Hey, Lightning, Sally said slowly. Are you sure you're racing Chick, not one of his students? The last few times, Lightning thought he would be facing off with Chick. At the last minute, Chick had brought in a new opponent. He had been training rookie race cars when he wasn't racing himself. They were all fast, but worst of all, Chick had taught them to cheat. Chick and the pink car pulled to a stop beside Lightning and Sally. Hey there, Lightning, Chick said. Have you met Candace? She's the hottest new car on the track since you, he laughed. Before Lightning could respond, press cars and fans flooded the pier. Their cameras flashed, and they asked for Candace's autograph. Candace smiled. She loved all the attention. Lightning was speechless. He had never heard of Candace, but the fans and press certainly had. They didn't even notice that Lightning was there. That's what happens, I guess, Chick said. You hide in a small town and everyone forgets about you. Real winners stay in the fast lane. Sally was furious. She pulled Lightning away from the crowd on the pier. What a show-off, Sally cried. She and Lightning coasted down a quiet road. I can't believe her. Or Chick. Lightning chuckled. It's okay, Sally, he said. Don't let her get to you. Besides, we have better things to do than pose for the cameras. Like get ready for the race? Sally asked. Exactly, Lightning said with a smile. I'm going to go practice my turns in the sand. Then we'll go sightseeing, all right? Of course, you're going to show Chick and Candace that working hard in a small town is better than 10 minutes of fame in the fast lane, Sally said. Lightning practiced for the rest of the afternoon. By the time he had finished, he was beat. He decided to go to bed early to rest up for the race. Sally went for a drive. The night was cool, and the full moon lit up the road with a blue glow. Suddenly, Sally heard loud music coming from a nearby tent. She drove over to take a look. Inside, she saw Chick and Candace. They were surrounded by fans. Everyone was sipping oil and having a good time. Lightning was right, Sally said to herself as she drove away. Candace is only here to have fun. She's not ready for a real race. Lightning will have no trouble winning tomorrow. The next morning, Lightning pulled up to the starting line. Lightning, Candace said sweetly, would you mind moving back a little? You're blocking my good side, she smiled, and the cameras flashed. Lightning couldn't believe it. The race was about to begin, and Candace was still posing for pictures. Focus, Lightning told himself. I am speed. I am lightning. But it was hard to stay focused. The cameras flashed in his eyes. The fans chanted from the side of the road. Candace, Candace, Candace. Lightning closed his eyes. Come on, focus, he said, but he couldn't drown out all the noise. Suddenly, the announcer's voice came over the loudspeaker. Race cars to the starting line. The race will begin in 1 minute. Go get 'em, Candace, Chick Hicks called out. Cars, take your mark, the announcer said. Lightning and Candace sped off. Lightning quickly took the lead, but Candace didn't let him get too far ahead. On the first turn, she pulled even with him and then coasted in ahead. She put on a burst of speed. When Lightning tried to pass her on the outside, she tilted her body toward the sun. The light bounced off her shiny pink paint right into Lightning's eyes. Ah! Lightning cried. He blinked furiously, but it was no use. With the light blinding him, he couldn't see where he was going. He drove off the track and into a patch of sand. Candace drove off, laughing. Lightning shook the sand out of his eyes. He pulled back onto the track. He was angry at Candace and at himself. He knew Chick liked to cheat. He should have known Candace would too. That's why she didn't spend any time practicing, he said to himself. Lightning, Sally called from the sidelines, hang back a little. Let Candace think she's won, then pull up fast. You'll beat her crossing the line. Lightning put Sally's plan into action. He kept enough distance between himself and Candace to make her think he was out of the race. On the next turn, Lightning started to pull even with her. Chick Hicks was nervous as he watched from the sidelines. Losers don't make the front page, Candace, he called out. Candace moved to the side of the road. As her wheels hit a patch of sand, she spun around. The sand sprayed up at Lightning. He veered off the road. I hate getting sand in my tires, Candace said, but that was totally worth it. She pulled into the lead once again. The finish line was just ahead. Candace smiled as she approached the finish line. She was sure her tricks had helped her beat Lightning McQueen. Hey, Candace, a photographer called. How about giving us a winning smile? Candace turned. Suddenly, dozens of cameras flashed at once. Candace slammed on her brakes. She couldn't see with all the blinding lights. She felt a whoosh of air. She blinked and tried not to catch a glimpse of what had just passed her. And Lightning McQueen wins the race, the announcer said. No, Candace cried. She hadn't won after all. Lightning made his way to the winner's circle. Sally parked beside him as he accepted his trophy. Ka-chow, Lightning said. He smiled for the cameras. The press cars and the fans went wild. Then Lightning and Sally left the big crowds behind. They were ready to go for a quiet drive. Will you be ready to go home tomorrow? Sally asked, or will you be sad to leave paradise? Home is paradise, Lightning replied, but I sure am glad we had this little vacation. Then the two cars sped off into the sunset.